Excuse me. Hey, shalom, shalom, Makim. Y'all Bashim Yashar Brakadam, Bashim, Rakar Kadash, Brakti Howard, Brakti Al Shai, Brakti Howard, Brakti Al Shai for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom, and all that you've done for us in the last days. And we want to give all praise and honor to y'all Bashim Yashar for giving us his truth. We give double honors to our apostle elders, which are apostle elders at Great Millstone, and to you men on the four corners of the planet Earth that's pushing this truth, man. Pardon me, a little sick, man. Still a little under the weather, but we're gonna keep moving, man. So don't mind the coughs and different things like that. So as you tell from the video, I was just going through the internet and looking for some news updates and something to actually, give a news news update on. More or less, has been a lot of sit downs and keeping up with the news as much as possible. And things are taking place, man. I mean, brothers should be geared on the news right now, man. So we're gonna jump into this. It says Brexit is in the scriptures. All right. And we know this as the 10 toes, man. Okay, because we're in that time now where Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to build this kingdom. That rock is going to come down and it's going to cover the earth. It's going to become a great mountain, which is going to be a great rulership. Because these other nations, they're going to be under our rulership. They're not going to be eating pork and committing acts of wickedness. They're gonna go off, but we're gonna be there to check them. But this video is just gonna be geared more to proving that the Brexit situation, because there's no cohesion in Esau. That's why the scripture says if Satan stand against Satan, how can his kingdom stand? I'm gonna get that also. So, let me make sure everything is working. The sound is on. So all this right now situation is going to lead to what? The downfall of this place, because they don't have no kind of cohesion. Like I said, they're not together. One wants to do this, one wants to do that. They're not realizing that their kingdom is crumbling, okay? They're fighting among themselves, and that goes into the curses also, because the curses are falling upon our enemies right in front of our eyes, man. So I'm gonna share the screen. We're gonna jump into this video. We're not gonna make it Lord willing, this is edifying. Everything must be done to edify, man. All right, everything must be done to edify. So I'm gonna share the screen. You brothers know how it goes. And this is a nice little video I seen that touched a lot of the Brexit situation. Okay. And shalom to you brothers on the comment board. Shalom, Yabashim Yashar to you brothers. But just a quick little clip. I don't think they should. Hopefully they don't strike me. But I'll play the little version and you brothers can hear it. All right. Order.
The eyes to the right, 286. The nose to the left, 344.
The eyes to the right, 286. The nose to the left, 344. So the nose have it, the nose have it. Unlock. Point of order. The Prime Minister.
What I noticed too, man, they say it's the equal opportunity. Oh, Jake is, we're not ruling. Look at this room. You don't see one Israelite face. You might have some confusion of face in here. We got to be we got to put that in there, because you could have Jakes that just confusion of face. But up in here, you don't see Jakes in here, man. And Jakes are heavy in Europe. My uncle lives in Europe, okay? But Jakes are heavy in Europe, man. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have, especially London, man. But they don't have their voice in here because Jake is not looked at. They're heavily racist over there, man. They like proper racist, if that makes sense. Esau over here, he's a ruffian racist. Over here, they're like properly racist,
Mr. Speaker, I think it should be a matter of profound regret to every member of this House that once again we've been unable to support leaving the European Union or its The implications of the House's decision are grave. The legal default now is that the United Kingdom is due to leave the European Union on the 12th of April, in just 14 days' time. That is not enough time to agree, legislate for, and ratify a deal. And yet the House has been clear it will not permit leaving without a deal.
See?
And so we will have to agree.
So it's a back and forth squabble. So she's pretty much saying on the 12th of April, which is next week sometime, that actually in a couple weeks, that they're pretty much they don't have a plan, man. They don't have a plan, okay? They want to leave, but they don't want to leave without a plan. Yeah, that's next Friday. So it's gonna go into the weekend after the leave, man. So they're not gonna figure out a plan. If they do figure out a plan, it's not gonna be a very fortified one, okay? So that's gonna affect the economy because the Brexit was an economical situation where different countries they cohabitated together under that money system, okay? And you can see now that's why Daniels is coming into play. They're not mingling with themselves. Some are partly strong, some are weak. Okay, London, England is should be a powerhouse, man. Okay, so that you have ones that are strong. You have Germany. Okay, then you have Portugal. Then you have Greece, which are weaker. Okay, which are weaker economies. So this is the Bible's highly detailed. It's not some fantasy book. It's telling you almost down to a fine nut. Me and the brothers were going over Daniel's, and we're going over different points. And once you understand it and you see how the Bible is written, it's going down to a specifics, like it's telling you specifically what's going to be happening. Okay, so let's play this let's finish this video out.
Alternative way forward. The European Union has been clear that any further extension will need to have a clear purpose and will need to be agreed unanimously by the heads of the other 27 member states ahead of the 12th of April. It is almost certain to involve the United Kingdom being required to hold European parliamentary elections. On Monday, this House will continue the process to see if there is a stable majority for a particular alternative version of our future relationship with the EU. Of course, all of the options will require the withdrawal agreement. Mr. Speaker, I fear we are reaching the limits of this process in this House. This House has rejected no deal. It has rejected no Brexit. On Wednesday, it rejected all the variations of the deal on the table. And today, it has rejected approving the withdrawal agreement alone and continuing a process on the future. This government will continue to press the case for the orderly Brexit that the result of the referendum demands.
Man, so Esau's the confusion is setting in on this man. Okay, he's not having. There's no kind of wisdom established. Everything is pretty much just it's chaotic, man. Okay, just because it's not sitting, it's because this is all being led up to what? The economical crisis on the worldwide scale. This is all setting the tone for that mark, man. All the elites want to do everything that they do from here on out, and they've been doing was to establish this new world order, putting the puppets where they need to go, putting the antagonists where they need to go, putting the leaders where they need to go. Everything is moving towards this chip, man, because the Lord is moving towards the chip. That's why it says, for their sake, those days shall be shortened. How is he shortening the days? By making these elites hurry up. We don't have no power right now. So what's the best way of manipulating putting the prophecies into action? By using the ones that's in power, man. And who's the one? The ones, the left-hand side, which is the elites. That's why it says we don't worry about the Illuminati. The Most High controls them, man. They're not controlling themselves, man. We dealing with a power that knows every hair on your head. Okay, let's get some of these scriptures. Let me pull this one real quick. Hold on. Hold on. All right, give me 1 second. All right, this is the book of Matthew. This is good Matthew's. Salaki. This is Matthew's. Let me highlight. This is Matthew's 10 and verse 30. And it says, Matthew 10 and 30. But the very hairs of your head are numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. So the Most High has even the hair of our hair numbered. That means he knows our body and our minds better than we do, man. That's why it says the heart of the Lord is in the hands of the king. Is in the hands of the Most High, man. Or the heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord. Tzlaki. Okay? He willeth to wherever he will. So these kings, the king's heart, these rulers, the Most High controls them. So he's the one that's controlling the fulfillment of Daniel's 2 and 24. Okay? All this is being fulfilled by manipulating these other nations into the prophecies and what needs to happen in these last days, man. Okay? So let's get another precept. Let's start with the main one. This is Daniel 2:24. It's Daniel's 2 and 24. It says, therefore Daniel went in unto Uruk, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went, Salakia, 42. Let's scroll down. Salakia. This is Daniel's 2 and verse 42. And it says, and let's start at 41. And where's thou saw the feet and toes. You got the feet, which is the main part, and you got the toes that spring off of a feet, okay? And it says, whereas thou saw the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of one strength of the iron, which is the military might. That's why it says he shall make thy teeth as brass. And it says that the beast had teeth of brass and iron, or salaki of iron. Now, and then you got car alarms going off. This is Daniel's 2. Hold on. Let me see this. Because this is going to hit the point right here. This is Daniel 7 and 7. Let me pull it up here. And it's Daniel 7 and 7. And it says, and after this I saw in the night vision, behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. Okay, that's going to that military might. Just like Rome, what made Rome such a powerhouse? It's military. It was able to dominate the other nations. Rome fell internally, then through falling internally, it fell externally. Okay, but what made, because some of those Caesars were generals, man, and you had the Praetorian Guard, which were high-ranking military officials, because they knew the military branch, just like you got the military branch of the United States. They feel like they're really above. They're like the modern-day Praetorian Guard, man. Okay, that just like the Romans, the Praetorian Guards would assassinate some of the Caesars if they weren't playing ball, so to speak. And it says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts thereof, the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns, and that's going into what? The Roman Empire. Okay, because it was diverse because they had the Senate, just like you have today, just like you see here, even in Europe, man. That's why America is the what? Is the daughter of Britain. Okay, just like you see here with the Brexit, it's the same type of atmosphere they had back in Rome. You know what I'm saying? That they even in that spirit, that gentleman-like spirit, they're portraying out there, man. Okay, so they're pushing that vibration of the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, but the teeth represents what? The military might that Rome had, and what you have today in the form of the EU. Okay, that's why when the EU was formed, or NATO, okay, what do you have? And they have that what's it called? The Treaty of Rome. Let's look it up. The apostles that went into it, but spelling this quick. All right, the Treaty of Rome. So the Treaty of Rome. It says the Treaty of Rome, a treaty of the functioning of the European Union, is one of the treaties forming the constitutional basis of the European Union, the EU. Okay, and other being the Treaty of European Union, the Treaty of Rome brought about the creation of the European Economic Community, and best known as the European Community. So the treaty, that's why they're getting their vibration back from Rome. That's why this is saying this again in Daniel's 2. Or Daniel's 2, yeah, Daniel's 2 and 45. And it says, 44, and it says, in the days of this king shall the Most High, let me see, 41. And it says, and whereas thou saw the feet of toes, the part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, military. For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Okay, so they're gonna be, they're gonna be, some of them economy wise is gonna be strong and partly broken, like broke. That's why they want. That's why. That's why Theresa May wants to leave. That's why they want to leave the guesses, because they don't want to support the other falling nations, the other falling partners in the EU. They don't want to. They don't want to support them. They feel like they're putting more into the deal than they're getting out. So they're trying to leave, just like Trump was like they wanted to leave NATO. Trump wanted to leave NATO because he felt like America was doing more than any other nation. All right, and it says, and whereas thou saw iron mixed with clay, there shall not mingle themselves with the seed of men. See, but they shall not cleave one to another. The word there for cleave. They shall not cleave, right? The word there is da, ga, the guac. And it says to cling. So they ain't gonna come together. Just like you see Europe, they're trying to leave it, man. England's trying to leave it, man. Yep, the da ba qua, da ba qua, to cling, stick, stay close, cleave, keep close, stick in with, follow closely. So they don't want to follow the EU anymore. They don't want to follow their ways, man. Okay, they want to leave out and be their own community again. Okay, but that's not what that's the fulfilled prophecy. But that's gonna lead. Everything is leading up to the final thing they're gonna do, which is this chip. Like I said earlier, it's gonna lead to this chip. Yep, United Kingdoms is trying to leave, man. All right. So let's keep reading this. So it means they won't stay together, they won't follow close. They're gonna leave up out of here. And it says, and in the days of these kings shall Yahweh, the power of heaven, set up a kingdom. So in these times, during these times of the EU, okay, NATO, these are the times where the Lord, that's going to be the main armies that's going to fight Yahweh Shai when he comes back with the angels. Those are going to be the ones to fight in that so-called united front, man. It says, and the Most High, his power of heaven is up in a kingdom, set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to others, to other people, the other nations, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever, which is Yahweh Shai's kingdom, man. Okay? Esau's kingdom is coming to a close, man. It's coming to a pure close. That's why you see the turmoil, the arguing, the losses that Esau's taking, because he's being brought down, man. All right, let's get a couple of these precepts, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. If you brothers definitely look into it, man, I pay attention to all these situations that's happening, because all of them to fulfill prophecy. All right, this is Isaiah 44 and 25. It's Isaiah 44 and 25, and it says, let me see here. Let's start at 40. Let's start at 24. Thus saith the Lord power, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars. And that's these other nations, especially Esau. He frustrates them, man. So he's the one that's putting the turmoil in Esau's. He's throwing the spiritual and physical monkey wrench in the plan, that frustrate the token of the liars and make diviners mad, and turneth the wise men backward. So all you see happening with Esau and the EU, this, you see all these turmoil, they yapping at each other, they look disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? That's all a part of the Most High's plans that he's doing, because he's the one that's making it not a cohesive. But in our kingdom, we're not going to have no kind of partition, because the Lord controls that also. He's going to make it to where we run smooth as a unit, man. There's not going to be no skirmishes in the kingdom. Okay? It says that frustrated the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, and turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolishness. So all this knowledge, let's break the EU, let's do this, just especially with the elites. They think they're going to be able to push forth their agenda without having no kind of consequences, man. The Lord is controlling every move that is made in this planet Earth, man. That's why it says the eyes of the Lord run to and fro. What did Satan say? He said, I come running to and fro on the earth, man. All right. And it says that confirmeth the words of the servant and performeth. It says, who confirmeth the words of his servant, which is the prophets, and performeth the counsel of his messengers. That's the prophets, man. They give you the prophecies. And was Daniel 2 and 42 not a prophecy? So he's making that the counsel of his messengers to stand, man. Read it again. He that confirmeth the words of his servant, and performeth the counsel of his messengers, and saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah, ye shall be built. And I will rise up it says, and I will rise up the decayed places thereof. And we are a part of the decayed places. Because what does decay go into? What happens to a body when they decay? What's left? The skeleton. So what should come to your mind? Ezekiel 37, the dry bones. Where the decay, he's not raising the city of Jerusalem, because the gutter rats are there. Them Amalekites are there. So them imposters are there. So who is he raising up? He's raising up the men. The kingdom of heaven, Israel, Jerusalem is within us, man. That's who he's raising up. He's raising up the government body, man. A rulership. That's what's being rose up. That's why we don't need the whole nation right now. We just need the leadership. Just like you have a closed door meeting, you don't take everybody into a closed door meeting. If especially the government councils, you don't have the whole city coming in there and listening to what's going on. No, they got advisors. They got delegates that go into those halls and they meet and they talk and they can square out certain situations. Everybody don't get into those meetings. So it's the same thing with this. The Lord is setting up a delegation of Israelites to come into this, which is the elect, man. Because the government has to be built, and the rest of Israel is going to come through the what? The genealogy, the sperma of the elect, man. They're going to be built up while because the government body gonna have everything taken care of, man. We're gonna build up the nation as we build up the nation. All right, check that out. We're gonna build the nation as we build the nation. That's why Apostle made a video. There shall be sex in the kingdom. So we gonna bring all the rest of Israel back, man. But at the same time, we're gonna be building up the nation. We're gonna be putting the planet Earth in order, likened unto David. When David was set up by the Lord, he took down the other nations, he put them in bondage, and then his son came on the scene, Solomon, which he lived in peace, man, because he didn't have to war. You had a couple skirmishes, but it wasn't in the time of David where it was wartime, man. That's why the Lord told David, you have too much blood on your hands, man. Okay? So I think there, that's a good little stopping point. I just wanted to bring this quick lesson out. Lord willing, it was edifying to you, brothers, and Lord willing, we learned something, man. And to show that, hey, we in that time of us gaining our kingdom, man. We got to go through hard things, but we already go through hard things. We got to live in a place of fluoride water under these curses, having no promise, no land. You know what I'm saying? Having no kind of a future hope. Only hope we have is this truth, man. So, it's worth waiting for, man. Okay, it's worth fighting for. It's worth being patient for, okay? So with that, man, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, I'm going to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakar, Quadash, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Bashem, Rakar, Quadash. And shalom to you, brothers. Keep faith, keep fighting, keep pushing, keep holding on to it, man. This is all we got, man. Shalom.